It looks like I'm live. There we go. Hello. We're just counting down another minute and then we're going to begin. I, um, I realize that on my end, using my computer, I still can't see comments, which I think are really interesting. Hi, though I may not see your comments immediately, I would love to hear from you. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and post that, and I can see that, so I'm going to trust that maybe I can see others. Anyway, hello there, everyone, and whomever we have join us at another time. I am Nan Simonson, and I'm doing something I'm so excited about today. I created a 6-day challenge. And the challenge is, oh, good. Hi, Linda. Good. I'm seeing comments. All right. Yay, Linda. And the challenge is this: lifestyle medicine, the College of Lifestyle Medicine, has 6 pillars of health that all of the doctors uh, are not only aware of, but that they honor as it relates to helping patients find balance in their life and good health. And we're going to look at each of those pillars. The lifestyle medical office that I work with as a health and wellness coach, Lifestyle Medical, in Riverside and Redlands, California, and they're working with affiliates now in several places in the nation, and that will continue to grow. Um, to keep it simple, some of what I will have an additional day for has been compressed into one. For example, at Lifestyle Medical, our 4 pillars are nourishment, that's everything that goes in your body, including dangerous substances and things you put on you, like creams and things. Movement, that's exercise. Resilience, and under resilience, they have sleep and stress compressed, whereas I'm going to separate the two of those. And so, right there, I've taken our 4, and the last one is community, and that is our connectiveness to other people. And right there, that's what I'm looking at with this challenge. And the challenge is this, and they'll be relatively short compared to what I can fill up space with time wise. And the 6 that I will be talking to you about include, and I'll read them off: eat more plants, love more, sleep well, keep moving, stay calm, that's your stress reduction, and be present, that's the um, substances that alter our perception and physiology, and sometimes make things seem different than they are. In other words, stay present, be with yourself, be real. And we'll talk about those things in a 20-minute period. But I wanted to go over what we're going to do. What we're going to talk about is eat more plants. And at the end of the challenge, I want to hear how you did, because every day, each day of this next 6 days, I'll take that subject, like eat more plants, give you some thoughts, give you some ideas, and give you something to work on. You're only doing this for one day, but maybe every one of these, once they've become even ingrained for one day, maybe something that you decide to some degree to do on an ongoing basis, which is kind of my hope. I'm crossing my fingers. And the eat more plants, healthful eating, and whole food plant based approach that I take is the approach of the College of Lifestyle Medicine. Why? Because evidence has shown they're not looking for something to make things difficult. Evidence has shown beyond the Mediterranean diet, the paleo diet, the keto, the balanced diet, just eat well, just eat healthy, that a plant-based diet is, based on evidence, responsible for the longest living people on the planet, the healthiest, those who can get into their 80s, 90s, and beyond with the most brain power still going and physical ability. What we don't want to do is to start curving downwards in terms of our capability and in our 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s to watch the decline of our body. We want to stay strong, vibrant with it, cognizant until the very end. And then, like the woman that I've mentioned before, who is my, I'll call it spirit person, Margaret Fast, somebody that I worked with when I was designing gardens, whom I thought was in her 80s, but found out at her memorial, she passed while I was in India, was 94. She just lived, walked every day 2 miles on our Victoria Avenue, and one day went to the restroom one night and passed away. That's squaring the curve. Boom, none of this downward, downward, downward. So let's talk about food. Food has been shown, our whole food, plant-based, as close as you can get to whole food, plant-based, exclusive as possible, but you don't have to. The healthier you will be. I think you know, because I've mentioned it, some of you know, some of you don't, that I have signed up to run a 10K on October 23rd at our Mission Inn for the Mission Inn Foundation, which I'm so dedicated to, because the Mission Inn is really what gave the personality and the color to Riverside back in the 1800s. And even the Mount Rubidoux, I walk every morning or ride my bike around on the river path around the base of it. That was constructed, not the mountain, but the paths was constructed by Frank Miller, who began the Mission Inn. I'm going to be running the 10K, and so I'm reading this book that I would recommend to everybody if you're interested in plant-based nutrition, plant-based athlete. 60 people who are internationally known for their either weightlifting, cycling, running, marathoning. I mean, every athlete, the cyclists that go round and round inside on a track, all of that. Gold medalists of the Olympics. These were people that are whole food plant-based, and they are interviewed to one degree or another, and they're all giving their take on how they do it and what it has done for them. So it's a really cool book. Well, I'm reading the book because I want to be as strong as I can when I run that race. I've never run before. I've never been a runner. I've always been a walker. And so I'm quite interested in it. But I wanted to read you just one slightly long sentence. And they're talking about the value of plants for nutrition. Aside from being able to burn cleaner, more efficient fuel for longer, more effective workouts and harder play in the field, one of the biggest upsides that athletes experience from whole foods, plant-based, a whole food plant-based diet, is faster, more complete recovery. And that's really interesting, because I ran for the first time a 1.75. I was increasing by a quarter of a mile a day, and that was too great of a increase too often, back to back, and I hurt my hips, and all of a sudden they started hurting, and I thought, oh boy, this is fine. 13 weeks before the race, I'm going to have already hurt myself. And I spoke to Dr. Dysinger about it, and he gave me some recommendations. That was 2 days ago. Today, I didn't run, didn't even try 1 3/4 mile, but the pain was like almost non-existent, and my hips were aching, and I thought to myself, and I've seen this before, that's true, the recovery is much greater. Why? Okay, plants are full of phytonutrients, phytochemicals, vitamins, minerals, fiber that feeds the microbiome, water, enzymes. They are an embodiment of what nature has produced. And they feed every organ of our body, especially through the microbiome. There's nothing better for us than a plant-based diet as it relates to nutrition. And we get antioxidants from our plant-based diet. And what do antioxidants do? They reduce inflammation. Most disease, almost all disease, is based on inflammatory responses. So yes, of course, if you're eating a massive amount of plants, your recovery is going to be better. You're going to fight illness because your immune system is so strong, and your inflammation, your inflammatory markers are going to be much lower than they would be otherwise. So here were some of my thoughts about it. Try this. Try going meatless one day. Now you're watching this at 1:30 and maybe you're on the East Coast and it's 4:30 and you're thinking, well, there goes that day. Maybe do that tomorrow. Maybe do that one meal at the end of the day if you don't have that already planned. Go meatless one day. Don't worry about the protein. And that's what most people do. And I did that. I remember when I began my whole food plant-based eating almost 3 years ago, I would skip meat at one meal and think, oh my gosh, this is a substandard meal, and then 2 meals and then 3 meals in a day. And I worried about that. And then I became convinced of what I've heard again and again. We only need 10% of our calories from protein. 10, 12. If you're a power lifter, maybe more than that, but otherwise 10%. 10% of your calories, in my case, if I could eat 2,000 calories a day, that's 200 calories from protein. There are 4 grams of protein in, there's 4 calories in 1 gram of protein. So that means that 50 grams of protein would be all somebody who eats 2,000 calories a day needs. And that would be perfect for your body. You know what one of the lowest protein sources is in the plant world? Potatoes, which I love. I eat them all the time because they have other nutrients. Potatoes have 10%. You could eat nothing but potatoes and be getting the protein you need. If you're eating a varied whole food plant-based diet, you're getting plenty of protein. Most Americans have animal protein morning, lunch, and dinner. They get so much more protein than they need. It acidifies their body. The mTOR, which is an inflammatory component, is stimulated by something called leucine, and it's part of the meat. It's part of meat, eggs, dairy, and it's actually something that will make recovery much slower because mTOR causes inflammation, and that causes problems. So trust me on this one, especially since you're really just looking at this as a trial. Don't worry about the protein. It's the fiber that you need. You want to up your fiber in every morsel of food that you eat. And that doesn't mean Metamucil. That doesn't mean ground up tree bark, the way some manufacturers will boost up the fiber in a box of something that you buy. They make it look like there's a lot of fiber. Well, they just throw in a lot of psyllium husk or oat fiber, and they call that healthy. That's not what our microbiome wants. It wants the fiber from whole foods. Your apples, your oranges, your greens, your leafy greens. If there's anything that you improve on, and start eating more leafy greens. The leafy greens are your best friend. The more of those you can eat, the better. As you know, I have a huge 9-inch, this thick salad every day for lunch. I just finished it, filled with chopped salad on the bottom, which represents about 9 cups of mixed greens chopped down to fill up the bottom of the bowl. And then everything I've got in the refrigerator that I want to decorate the top with, sugar snap peas, and today was mango, and a black bean and corn salad, and a carrot salad, and purple sweet potatoes. And it was beautiful, and it was delicious. Go to my website, nansimonson.com. Look at my salad dressings. You can find my YouTube channel on the website easily. And at the bottom, kind of because it was one of the first things I did, I show you how to make a chopped salad. It's a relatively short video. And consider even one salad every day being your one meal a day that is plant-based. You've just increased your nutritional profile by a third on that one choice. If you leave out meat, dairy, eggs, all animal products, and just do one plant-based salad a day, you could do that. And then maybe consider graduating to one day, just one day a week that is plant-based. That's a recommendation. Keep processed foods to a minimum, and if possible, eliminate them. That's something that I'm very, very cognizant of. If I can have a sweet potato with a smear of hummus on it, a slice of a sweet potato, that is my snack, rather than pulling out a cracker that is a processed food where that wheat berry, that oat groat, that rye seed is mashed up. They take all the good stuff out of it because those are the things that don't have a lot of shelf life. They mix it up with all kinds of, I can't stop eating this, sugar, oil, and fat, and they put it into a cracker that you can't stop eating. That also is partially responsible, those processed foods, for the weight problem that we're seeing in our country. 70% of our population is overweight or obese. That is not healthy. It's not fat shaming when I say that. It's just not healthy because our fat cells are metabolically active and they send out these cytokines, in other words, these inflammatory elements that just stir up our entire immune system as well as cause blood sugar rises. So eat the colors of the rainbow. Eat as many brightly colored foods as you can. I know I show you this all the time, but I'll give you, well, actually, the photos of what we're going to be talking about during this, during this program show a lot of the colors of the rainbow. But like today's salad, it was exactly like, well, what I'm saying to you. Look at those colors. That was my salad, and under there was 3 cups of chopped, 9 cups of whole greens. Can't get much healthier than that, and it was delicious. You have to trust me on that one. Maybe not what you're used to, and you may have to get used to it. But we do neuroadapt, and we start to love the things that at first we weren't so sure of. Consider your favorite meal and make that meal meatless. And if you don't know what to do and how to do it, just think of something you love and Google, let's say meatloaf. Meat or vegan meatloaf recipe, or spaghetti and meatball vegan recipe. You'll come up, and if you put best in there, best vegan meatloaf recipe, they start with the ones that are the most popular, and you're going to get wonderful recipes that way. I'll usually look at 2 or 3 and then pick the ingredients that I think I like the best out of those. And consider, if you don't want to make it and you're thinking, now you're asking me to do things I'm not in any way prepared for, or you want a break today, you want to go out and get meals out, download the app, consider the app, Happy Cow. Happy Cow is an app that will show you in your area where the vegan and vegetarian restaurants are. And I've used that all over the world. When I travel, I open up Happy Cow, and actually that's how I found the Oasis restaurant at the La Sierra Market. I was working with my financial planner. It was 1 o'clock. We were finished. I pulled out Happy Cow. I found Oasis. It was about 1.5 miles away, and we love the place so much that that's where we have lunch every single Sunday. They have the most amazing vegan and vegetarian food. And I think that's that. So what are you looking at? I'm challenging you to go to have at least one meal today if possible, or tomorrow, that is a meatless, completely animal-free meal. I'm encouraging you to fall in love with, buy lots of them and make sure you never waste one, but buy a lot of fruits, vegetables, grains, legumes, seeds, and nuts, and try making that, a combination of that bake things in advance like your sweet potatoes, your regular potatoes, your quinoa, your brown rice, and mix them all together to make a wonderful meal. Processed foods, the kind that you just open a bag and eat, or go through a drive-through window and get these foods that are made from, really, the drive-throughs just kind of throw together things they get in bags from the main manufacturers. They're processed, they're full of oil, sugar, and fat. They make you want to eat until you burst, and they're not healthy for you. And they're not full of fiber, and they're not full of micronutrients and phytochemicals and vitamins and minerals. Again, consider your favorite meal and make it a meatless meal. And then finally, if you want to go out, try finding a place at Happy Cow. That's about it, people. I told you I would only take 20 minutes for each of these. And hi, Charmaine. It's so good to see you. And remember, I'm showing up here every day now. Now, this is the way it's going to work. I'm going to be here every day at 1:30. And you're used to Thursday morning at 10:30. Or is it 10? 10? 10. 10. But for these 6 days, today through next Tuesday, every day at 1:30, I'm going to do a 20-minute live on another subject. For example, tomorrow we'll be talking about love more, and that's about relationships. At the end of this 6-day challenge, you're going to tell me how you did. You're going to tell me if you've made any changes that you consider substantial or that make you happy because you've seen some benefit in them. And I'm also going to have, let's see, I'm also going to have a PDF available for you that will be a printable, colorful copy of these bullet points that I'm giving you at each one of the classes. My short list of ways to make each of these work. At the end of this, you'll have 6 modalities put out by the College of Lifestyle Medicine that will help you live longer, feel happier, give you vibrant health, balance, and joy. I think that's it. Thank you, Charmaine. I appreciate your comment. And again, hopefully I will see you tomorrow. But if you can't make it, this is going to go up on my YouTube feed when it's completed. So you can find the entirety on YouTube. You'll be able to find it on my website. So we're going to get all of that done. And Linda's saying she's eating so much better now. Oatmeal, fruits, and nuts, really great. Yes, it is. Great big vegetable soups with beans and salad and whole grain breads. Bravo, Linda. Bravo. Bye, everyone. Thank you for being here. Remember, I am Nan Simonson. I wrote Aging Powerfully because at age 70, I intend to go into my 90s, 80s, 90s, and beyond in vibrant health, balance, and joy, and I'll do it with exactly what I'm covering today, these lifestyle modalities. Okay, everyone. Thank you for being here. Have a great day because you know I'm going to. Bye-bye.